be a tough one here. Not in the greatest position for this. It's not going to be awesome. Thanks, Evan. I appreciate it. Oh, those kids look big. Oh, smokes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Oilers hockey game here in California. Our second game of today, second game of the tournament here in Tinseltown. So we're going to battle against the San Diego Saints. This morning's game was 26th ranked team in the entire United States of America. Pretty tough contender. I don't know what these guys are ranked, but they're big. There's some big boys out there. Our boys are ready to play. They're excited. They have had a very fun day. Hanging out in the pool a little bit. Not too much swimming going on. A little bit of sun, a little bit of basketball, a little bit of throwing the football around, a little bit of relaxing, hanging out. As a group, as a whole team, it's absolutely amazing to see all the boys together. No cliques, no small group, just an entire team with the exception of our favorite number 11, Ashton Morales. Still missing him. I believe did Diamond lost today, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the high school championship. But it's great that number 11 Morales was able to be in his varsity state tournament this week. Unfortunately, he can't join us, but the rest of the boys are down here and ready to play for our second game of the evening, where it has been an absolute beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky, 69 degrees. Another 3-man reffing crew here. We don't have the greatest area to film from, so I'm going to do the best that I can down here. We got the netting to deal with and a whole lot of glass, dirty glass nonetheless, but we're looking at the McLaughlin lineup out there with Baxter and Hunter up front. We have Altenberg and Carroll back on defense, and right off the bat, we're going to win that draw. Baxter down low, sends it towards the net on a hard angle. The puck goes to the opposing side. Hunter's going to pick that one up. Hunter sends it towards the net, bounces up and over, back behind the net, trying to pick that one up, but the Saints get there first. Saints trying to send that one forward from neutral ice. Saints gain the zone. Altenberg pushes out wide, centering pass goes to nobody. Up to the D-man for the Saints. They set it down a little bit deeper. Baxter interfering with that one. Up the slot, shot. And that is Septionato starting us off in net back there. Over on the near boards, Baxter's going to pick this one up, sends it to McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to get past the Saints, and he does. He gains his zone. He has Hunter on his right-hand side. He hands it off to Hunter as he goes off in a change. Hunter goes down deep, back behind the net. The puck goes. Saints over in the near corner, trying to snag up on that one. Saints break out on that, but Dotson picks it up quickly. Jordan Anderson's out there on defense to join him. Erstrom and Eli Anderson up front along with Postma as the Saints have it back behind the net. Saints trying to break out, and a quick shot by Erstrom. Saved by the goalie over to the near corner. Eli Anderson chases down. Jordan Anderson up high. Puck comes out of the zone. Jordan Anderson's going to chase it down along with Dotson. Will it go for icing? It is not. It is waved off. Dotson picks it up in the far corner, sends it up the boards to Postma. Postma looking to send it out, but he takes a big check from the rear, drawing a penalty. As you can see, the ref's arm in the air as Seppi heads for the bench, getting the extra attacker out there. Erstrom gains his own with Eli Anderson on his left-hand side. Erstrom shoots, and a save by the goalie. I'm going to try and move a little bit closer here and see what we can get. The Godfather. Oh, I'm falling. Oh my God, there's this guy. We're back. Whew. I'm good. It was a long step there.
It was.
Don't judge me. Actually, you don't. Oh, look at this. I can sit. I'll stay safely seated. No, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to get the best viewing experience for you, and it's really a challenge down here. On the power play, D-to-D pass over to Eli Anderson. Anderson up the slot to McLaughlin, shoots. And it was a block shot over to the near corner where Eli Anderson sends it up the boards to McLaughlin. McLaughlin sends it up high to Altenberg. Altenberg trying to walk it down in deep, but the Saints send that one away. Short-handed, they're going the other direction as Carroll's out there, tips that one away. What a defensive move by Carroll. Down the corner it goes as he's trying to get this one back. Keeping the power play action alive, sends it out to McLaughlin. McLaughlin runs the opposite direction. He's out there with Erstrom. As he sends it, he gets the stick of a Saints player got batted out, and the referee calling offsides, which I strongly disagree with. We've only played a couple minutes here. We got a 12:40 left. I'm adjusting the tripod. Stand by. 12:40 left in this first period. 1:22 to go on the power play. Fresh legs out there is Maddie, Baxter, and Hunter. Jordan Anderson and Dotson on defense. It's really a challenge to video here. Try to find the best place. There's people on the board, so maybe I'll just go on the boards. That one's sent down for icing. I was trying to stay off the glass to not impede, but I don't care anymore. As everyone else is standing down here. Well, not everyone else. A couple people I don't know, so I'm going to say they're Saints families. Maddie has it right in the slot and tried to shoot it on net, but it got blocked to the side over the near corner. Up the boards, the Saints had it only briefly, but Hunter stole it away, sent it out to neutral ice. Dotson handed it off to Jordan Anderson. Anderson over to Dotson. Dotson sends it up to Hunter. Hunter gains his own. He's got Basher on his left-hand side, and he gets fouled on the play, but nobody called it as he got taken down by his throat, it looked like. Baxter over the near corner, sends it up high. Altenberg sends it back down low, looking for Maddie, but the Saints intercept that one. 22 seconds remain on the power play. Maddie's going to pick this up. Maddie hands it off to Altenberg. Altenberg chases it down, hands it up to Baxter. Baxter looking to gain the zone, but the Saints steal it away. Saints maintain possession as they're about to go full strength here in 5 seconds. Up through center ice, Carroll steals it back, trying to hand it off to Altenberg. Carroll has to do some fancy handiwork as the Saints are now full strength back from behind his own net. Carroll walks this one out of the zone, showing off his offensive abilities. Look at this as he's gained the zone with Brownworth on his left-hand side. Puck goes down and deep. Brownworth chases this one down. Back behind the net, the puck goes. As we go back in the defensive, Erstrom sends it on in, and referee says it was played with the high stick, and it's going to come down into our zone for a defensive zone face-off as we bring out some fresh defensive players, Dotson and Jordan Anderson out on the ice. I may try to go upstairs. We'll change things up. We'll see how it goes, because this is not awesome down here. I know it's hard to see. Doing the best I can with what I got, and that ain't a whole lot. Saints win this face-off. Shot may have been the first save of the game for Seppi there, as we are definitely owning the game offensively and by shots on goal. Jordan Anderson sends that one away. Another shot and save by Seppi goes in the far corner. Postma, along with Dotson, over to the boards to try and pick this one up. Harassed by the Saints players, Erstrom gets it and sends it out to center ice, looking for Brownworth to chase this one down. Will it go for icing? It does not, as icing is waved off. Brownworth in a foot race there, and now we get a stoppage of play. I miss what happened exactly. Maybe they ended up calling the icing, even though it was... No, they couldn't have, because it's down here in the offensive zone. I'm not sure what was called there to stop play, but we have 10:19 to play in this first period. I'll move eventually. We're going to try some different camera angles out today in this game. Anderson's battling against the Saints player here as he steals the puck away, sends it up, but not out. It went off the player's skate. Saints able to hold the zone. And then Anderson sneaks up in there to try and get it back. That was Eli Anderson, and was able to get it out of the zone to Baxter. Baxter's joined by McLaughlin as they enter the offensive zone. Trying to get towards the center ice. McLaughlin goes down. Saints steal it. Carroll steps in to save the day and holding the blue line there. Sends it back down and deep. McLaughlin's battling down there alongside of Eli Anderson to try and maintain possession of this puck. Saints are trying to send it out, but Carroll says no. Now the Saints have it on their twig, and they do bring it out of the zone. Being pushed out wide by Carroll. He sends a body on him. Carroll has it on his stick, sends it wide over to Baxter. Baxter's joined by Carroll on the offensive. Shot by Baxter just goes wide. Carroll's going to pick it up, sends it up off the post. Back behind the net, the Saints have it now with 9:18 to play in this first period. Saints have it on their stick as they go on the transition here. Carroll sends it back forward, trying to get to Eli Anderson. A whole lot of back and forth. McLaughlin's going to chase it down the offensive zone as he was about to take a big hit, but went wide on the legs to make sure that he didn't go down. The Saints got the puck nonetheless as they go out of the zone with it. McLaughlin bats it away. He's out there joined by Maddie and Brownworth. Maddie sends it up to Brownworth. Brownworth has the puck. He's looking to make a move. He skates it through the offensive zone, hands it up off to Erstrom. Erstrom bats it off his stick, and he has to go back to Carroll in our own zone. Carroll back passes it to Erstrom. The boys are really playing well with puck possession as Erstrom made a really fancy move there, trying to send it up to Brownworth, but the Saints intercepted, shot wide of the net over to the far boards. Maddie picks it up. Maddie back behind the net, or that was the attempt, but the Saints intercepted, and then it went to the stick of Postma, who sent it on up and out. Erstrom goes down, forcing Postma to work over on the boards. Postma's working on the boards as Erstrom gets back on his skates and trying to steal that one away. And he does. Erstrom comes out with it victoriously. He's going to gain the zone with Brownworth, but then the Saints steal it away. Saints, opposite direction with a whole lot of speed. They try to shoot, but that was blocked by Maddie. Postma's able to pick that one up, sends it wide over to the boards. Saints have it again. They send it towards net, and Seppi scoops that one up and says no. We have just over 8 minutes to play in this first period. I'm going to go upstairs here eventually. I think the view might be better up there. The view will be better. The commentary does not get any better. It stays the same, unfortunately, for you watching at home. But hopefully we can get past these puck marks up here. As McLaughlin wins that faceoff, he's back behind the net. He sends it up to Baxter. Baxter trying to send it up and out, but the Saints got in the way yet again. McLaughlin comes in, Altenberg sends it down low, but it pops up into the slot. No shots given as it was blocked. Now it's on the twig of Hunter. Hunter gains his own with Baxter on his left-hand side. Hunter shoots, and it goes back behind the net. It almost looked like it could have gone in for a moment there, but it did not. Baxter chases it down. He sends it up to Jordan Anderson. Shot from Anderson. It goes in. Did it go in? It went across. It went post to post, but it did not go in. I think it hit the left side of the post and then the right side of the post, and the goalie twirled behind himself to snag it up, and it never crossed the goal line officially. Stopping the clock at 7 minutes and 30 seconds here in our first period, keeping it scoreless, 0-0. Face-off goes to the Oilers. Cutting back is Baxter. Baxter trying to backhand that pass down to Hunter. Hunter has it shot. Another save by the goalie. Back behind the net. The puck goes over to the near boards. Baxter's trying to pick it up. Saints send it up high. Carroll sends it back down low. Over to the near corner. McLaughlin's going to chase this one down. He gets there first. McLaughlin goes back behind the net with it. Hands it off to Hunter. Hunter goes wide over to the opposing boards. Dotson is right there to hold. McLaughlin picks it up off the half wall. Shot. And it goes wide of the net up on the opposing side here, on the near side, that is. And a battle ensues. I can't even see what's going on exactly. McLaughlin's trying to pick it out. Carroll steps up, but only briefly. He knows he has to go on the defensive here. Dotson helps. Nice poke there by Emmett Dotson, number 93, getting that puck away from the Saints. Hunter heads off. Brownworth fresh on the ice right now as Dotson continues to battle over on the wall. Carroll stepping in, up the slot. He goes, shot, and a save by Seppi. What an amazing save it was. Keeping it 0-0 in the first period. And it is absolutely terrible video. I understand that. I'm going to try and do better here. We're going to go upstairs for the second period and see if that's any better. We won't get the sounds of the game. That puck goes wide of the net, but Seppi opts to just dive way out of the crease to stop the play as the Saints look like they're going to have some momentum there. We've got Brownworth out there along with Maddie and Eli Anderson, Altenberg, and Joran Anderson on defense. As this puck goes behind the net on the stick of Maddie. Maddie sends that up to Eli Anderson, who sends it wide to Brownworth. Brownworth going to gain the zone by himself. He toe drags across, but loses the puck in the process. Saints steal it away. Maddie goes down the corner. Brownworth trying to get it back behind the net. Saints have it on their stick right now as they send it up high. They maintain possession through the neutral zone. Maddie bats it off the stick. He's going to get it right on back. What a play by number 19, Jackson Maddie. Eli Anderson's going to try and get this one up as he battles on the boards. Brownworth comes in to steal it away. Brownworth trying to get up someone as he takes a big check over on the boards. No worse for the wear as he continues the battle, using all 80 pounds of muscle that he has. Gets it up to Eli Anderson as he sends it down in deep. Those two go off on a change. That took a whole lot of energy and muscle. Maddie gets there first, sends it up high, looking for Altenberg, but the Saints intercept. Saints have it up through neutral ice. Hunter steals that one away. Hunter's going to gain the zone. He has Maddie on his left-hand side. Hunter to the net. To the middle, to Maddie. Shot, save, and a cover only briefly. Loose puck. Maddie shoots again. Puck goes back behind the net and up the boards to Altenberg. Altenberg grabs it. DDD pass over to Dotson. Dotson tries to send it down low. Block shot. Hunter picks it up. Hunter over on the far side. What a game this is for the Oilers. Looks like a completely different team from earlier, as we have found a match that is even with our Oilers team. Continue battling in the offensive zone, that is. Postma gets there. Postma trying to send it up to Hunter, but he's heavily defended by the Saints down in the low corner. Hunter comes up with his shot. I'm not sure if it went wide or behind the net, but the puck did not go in the back. As Dotson holds, sends it down deep. Now the Saints have it. Saints are going to exit the zone with it. Dotson on the defensive, gets pushed into his own net, or bench rather. Shot goes wide of the net. Goodness gracious, Dotson jumps off the bench back onto the ice, and he's chasing it down. What a crazy play there. I'm not sure if we got it fully on camera, but a bad pass trying to be intercepted by Hunter there, and the Saints are able to send it down in deep. Seppi back behind the net, plays it, hands it off to Altenberg. Altenberg trying to work things over behind the net. Erstrom's back down there trying to help out, waiting for that puck to squirt out. Altenberg had it, but only briefly, and then it gets up to Dotson. Dotson sends it up to Hunter. Hunter's going to gain the zone with Postman on his left-hand side. Shot down wide of the net. Postman gets there, tries to bat it off of the Saints player's stick. Erstrom to hold, sends it back down in deep. Oilers to chase it down. Eli Anderson's fresh out on the ice as well. Back behind the net it goes, wrapped up around the boards. Jordan Anderson plays it with a skate, walks it in from the dot, shoots, and a save by the goalie. What a shot by Jordan Anderson there. And this puck's going to go all the way down for icing. And it couldn't see, but Seppi was out of his net guarding, making sure that puck went all the way for icing as he sends it down the ice for our offensive zone face-off. And I really hope the video gets better. I know it's frustrating if you're watching from home. It's just, this one's a challenging rink to film at, but I really hope to make it better for you in the next couple periods. We're going to go upstairs. I just don't want to miss any of the game right now. 3:34 to play in this first period, scoreless game thus far. Saints have it back behind their own net, send it up wide as they go on the transition. Jordan Anderson sends it back forward into the offensive zone. McLaughlin to chase down, putting on the pressure. Baxter's out there alongside of Anderson, and it's sent in on an offsides. They're saying an intentional, I think. Nope, correction, center ice face-off. Says linesman Brousseau. Is that French? Brousseau. Broussois. I don't know. This guy doesn't have a name. He's blank. That's Broussois. With the face-off, McLaughlin sends it over to Baxter, looking for him. It ends up on the twig of Dotson. Dotson sends it wide over to Altenberg, who's trying to chop it down out of the air. Sends it up the boards, but not out. The defense for the Saints hold, and they send it down a little bit deeper. Walking up the slot, shot! And it goes in the back of the net. As we allowed the Saints to walk right in the high slot and take a shot on the glove side of Seppi, making it a score of 0-1 with only 3 minutes remaining in this first period. The Oilers still looking for their first goal of this tournament. I'm not sure where the best place to film will be, but Erstrom's taking this face-off. He's out there with Brownworth and Postma. This one goes back to Altenberg. Altenberg sends it up to Erstrom. Erstrom looking to gain the zone. The Oilers have owned this game. Brownworth delivering a check, trying to make an errant pass there, but the Saints maintain possession. Sent towards net, saved by Seppi. Down low, Altenberg sends it up to Brownworth. Brownworth, I'm not sure what's happening. I can't see either. It gets sent up to Postma somehow, but then the Saints intercept this one. And there's a battle here, and I think there's a penalty on, I'm not sure who yet. What's the call, ref? It looks like the call is on the Saints, and did I see interference? I'm not sure. I was looking through the camera. Now we're going to get some fresh legs out on the ice for our power play. Second power play of the game. We're bringing McLaughlin, Erstrom, Anderson out there, some heavy hitters along with Maddie on defense and Carroll. Coach setting up a power play unit here to try and put the biscuit in the basket. McLaughlin has it. McLaughlin shot! Stand-up save by the Saints goalie and a stoppage of play. McLaughlin with the face-off roller. Eli, quick shot, saved by the goalie over the near boards. McLaughlin chases this one down. It comes out to the neutral zone where Jordan Anderson is going to pick it up. Anderson has it on his sticky D-to-D pass over to Carroll. Carroll back to Jordan Anderson. Anderson to Anderson. Eli Anderson tips it, looking for Erstrom, and somehow that stayed onside. Erstrom walking up the slot. Anderson had it. Back to Jordan Anderson. Back to Carroll. On the power play here, and a shot goes wide of the net. Back behind the net it goes. Eli Anderson trying to find McLaughlin on that one. Erstrom's over there on the boards battling. Puck comes up high. Jordan Anderson to hold. Anderson, number 2, sends it down and deep. Erstrom's going to pick it up. Back behind the net he goes. Takes a big hit as the Saints are trying to get possession right up in front. Block shot. Goes wide. Up high. Carroll holds. Carroll sends it down and deep. Finds McLaughlin. McLaughlin looks, shoots, block shot. Through the legs, trying to get another shot off. Another save by the goalie. Over to the near boards. Jordan Anderson looking to hold this one in. And it squirts out to neutral ice where McLaughlin regroups with Carroll. Carroll sends it back to McLaughlin, who takes a spill. Carroll takes a big hit, and that puck bounces up into the bench of the Saints. 39 seconds to go on this power play, a minute 12 in the period where the score is 0-1 with the Saints in the lead. Second power play unit is out there now. Maddie's at center, Brownworth on the left wing, right wing is Hunter, Altenberg and Dotson back on defense. Maddie wins the faceoff back to Altenberg. Altenberg sends it wide over to Hunter. Hunter will gain the zone. Maddie on his left, Brownworth on the far side. Hunter walks it in, slot pass up to Maddie, but that one got sticked away. Comes out, Altenberg regroups, sends it over to Dotson. Dotson up to Hunter. Hunter tips it in. And it's going to go for icing. I guess he was on the wrong side of the red line, according to the linesman here. .49 seconds left in this first period as the boys get some instruction from coach. Baxter's coming out on the ice. Some confusion there. Boys weren't sure what's going on as there's a change happening. Dotson sends it back around the boards. Maddie picks it up, sends it wide over to Baxter. Baxter chases this one down in the zone. Baxter steals away. Baxter to the net, shoots, and the goalie makes a save. McLaughlin picks it up. McLaughlin cuts and curls, gets away from 2 of the Saints players, curls back the other direction, looking to send it up high, trying to get to Dotson, but it never makes it there. The Saints send it out. Altenberg defend all by himself with the Saints gaining the zone. And they are full strength. Back behind the net, McLaughlin trying to pick it up. McLaughlin, wide pass over to Baxter, tips it out in the neutral zone. Baxter trying to tip it away to get it up to Maddie. It goes back to Altenberg. Altenberg sends it over to Dotson, and the period comes to a close. We're going to try and get a better view here for you. I'm going to go upstairs. We'll see how this goes. I will take any feedback you have, and criticism is fine. Let's see if I can do better upstairs. I guess you'll get Tour de LA ice rink here at the Toyota Center. Toyota Center? I don't know what it is. There's some skate sharpening going on. Oh, stairs. Joey Hockey getting his workout in today. What an amazing facility this is. Restricted access, Kings Court Dance Academy, professional staff only. And Joey Hockey. Oh, actually, they might have something going. Oh, yeah, they got something going on back here. Yeah, I better not go back in there. They weren't kidding about restricted access. Forgot my badge today. I don't know where we're gonna go. Over here by the bar, people don't care about what happens. Face-off is about to begin as we get in position here. We got Postma out there along with Hunter and Eli Anderson. Oh, correction, Erstrom, Anderson, Postma. And I got to go down a little bit further here. I got pillars to deal with. All right, hopefully this works out a little bit better for the viewage. We're not going to get the sounds of the game, but I think that you can see a little bit better, I hope. Ersham's out there along with Eli Anderson and Postma Dotson and Joran Anderson back on defense as we take this offensive zone draw. The Saints send it up and around the boards. Joran Anderson chases this one down. He's forced to regroup out in center ice. He sends that over looking for Postma. Postma sends it down in. Ersham to chase it down. Saints pick it up in the slot. Saints will exit the zone with it as they go through neutral ice. Handing it off. Anderson trying to get a twig on that one. Big hit there by Dotson down in the behind the net. Ersham's trying to help dig it out. Goes up to Eli Anderson now. Anderson exits the zone with it. Throws it down in deep. Postman's chasing it down along with Eli. Saints have it. Attempted steal there by Ersham, but it maintains possession on the Saints. And then he steals it on back with the help from Eli Anderson, but then the Saints send it on back. Saints gain the zone. Shot saved by Seppi, and he's going to cover that one up. Got a change going on here. I see Altenberg and Carroll coming out on defense. We'll have Maddie, Brownworth, and Hunter up front for this defensive zone draw at 13:55 left in the second period. Maddie with the face-off, win to the rear. Picking that up is Hunter. Hunter with Brownworth on his left-hand side. Gets it batted away from his stick, but it goes back to Carroll. Carroll sends it forward. Saints grab that one. Battled by Maddie there. Maddie takes a hit up high, and that will be called. We got an elbow, and this may carry a major. They're calling it on Maddie. I'm very confused about that. As Maddie, it looked like he got hit right in the face with that, but they said that Maddie delivered the elbow. I'm very confused now. As we go on the penalty kill, get some fresh legs out there. Looks like McLaughlin and Baxter will be up front. Carroll will be joined by Altenberg back on defense. For our first penalty of the game, I'm not sure why they gave an elbow to Maddie. That's really strange, but this one was sent all the way out of the zone. Brushed, icing waved off. Goalie forced to come out and play it. Saints looking to regroup, but unable because Altenberg gets a stick on that one, sends it up to Baxter. Baxter's going to turn this one rapidly. Gain the zone, the offensive, shorthanded. He's going to get in there quickly as he gets rubbed out down in the high corner. Saints steal that one away. Back behind the net they go. Saints have it. Exit the zone. McLaughlin stirs things up, allows Altenberg time to get on it. Altenberg's going to send it right on out to McLaughlin, who sends it over wide to Eli Anderson. Gains the zone. Anderson by himself shoots, and the goalie makes the save over to the far corner. McLaughlin picks it up, but only briefly as the Saints have possession of it now. Excellent penalty kill now by the boys in black and green. Saints gain the zone. 67 seconds left. Shot blocked. Another shot is saved by Seppi. Back behind the net they go. McLaughlin. Coaching from up top here as the Saints are on the power play. Shot goes high over the net. Sent out of the zone. McLaughlin all by himself. McLaughlin's going to gain the zone. Short-handed. He's going up the slide. McLaughlin toe drags. He looks. He shoots. Backhand. Scores! Woo! Oilers bringing it tied 1-1 on a shorthand now. 12-12 or 12-12 remains in the first period, where the Oilers have now tied it up. Still on the power plays, the Saints, as Ersham takes his face-off, wins it over to his left-hand side of Jordan Anderson. He sends it down, but not very deep, as the Saints maintain possession up through neutral ice. They gain the zone. 21 seconds left on this penalty kill back behind the net. Jordan Anderson's going to pick it up. Sends it up to Postma. Postma will exit the zone with it, and he sends it down. This one's going to go for icing. Stopping the clock at 11:50, 9 seconds left in the penalty kill. It's either bad glass down there or people not liking me up here. And I can deal with people not liking me. I don't really care. Just FYI. Erstrom takes his face off, sends it up to the Saints. Saints, D to D. They're walking it down. Unable to as Erstrom and that was Postman getting in the way there. Erstrom seals it. He's on a breakaway. Erstrom has it. Erstrom getting pushed out wide, back behind the net as he takes a big hit. Matty over in the corner, trying to steal this one back. Over on the boards, Postman sends it down, but not very deep, as the Saints steal it away. Stealing that one up at center ice is Anderson. Anderson will gain the zone. Anderson looks, shoots, and a block shot. Back behind the net he goes. Matty sends it up high. Postman, correct. Yeah, that was Postman. Again, I'm very confused. Postman was back in the defensive position as Jordan Anderson was down and deep. They are now cycling back in the slot. Matty shot, save. And he's trying to stuff that one in as he gets his stick batted out of his hands. And the goalie makes the save. You can come film with me if you want. Get a lot of commentary from behind. I don't care. I know you don't know me, but I'm not a person that cares. Down in the corner, Matty Brownworth out there with Hunter. Matty tries to send it up high. He keeps it down low from the half wall. Sends it over to Hunter. Hunter cuts and curls, trying to get it back as the Saints maintain possession. Saints send that one up and out as they go on the offensive now. And the Oilers on the defensive. Carroll's pushing out wide to the net. Backhand shot saved by Seppi. Picking that one up is Carroll. Carroll's going to show off his offensive skills as he cuts through the center ice. Gains his zone with Hunter on his left-hand side. Carroll stops, sends it down and deep. Back behind the net. Brownworth picks it up first. Brownworth down there taking some hits, but he's going to maintain possession as the Saints player goes down. Send it up the near side. Carroll trying to pick this one up. Matty's going to be forced to chase back down with Altenberg over there with him on the defense. Matty sends that one up to Brownworth high. It goes off his stick, and the Saints are able to pick it up, but it comes back to Altenberg. Altenberg looking to reset here as he sends it to Brownworth again. Tips that one in. As he goes off on a change, the Saints looking to break out on this one, and that's exactly what they do as we have McLaughlin fresh out on the ice. Batted back and forth to Dotson. Dotson tries to send it away, gets it up to Eli Anderson. Anderson trying to work it out, but the Saints hold briefly. Now it's back in neutral ice as they regroup. Back and forth with Dotson. Dotson sends it over to Altenberg. Altenberg looking to get this one out, and that's what he does. He gets up to Baxter. Baxter gains his zone. He's got McLaughlin trailing along with Eli Anderson on his right-hand side. Baxter trying to cut towards the net, blows the tires in the process. Anderson back behind the net, grabs that one. McLaughlin over the boards. Dotson holds up high, shot from the point. Save, rebound opportunity. And it was steered aside by the Saints player over to the far boards, where Anderson holds from the half wall, sends it over to the wide, to the right-hand side. Saints pick this one up. Saints use a toe drag to get it past Baxter. And then tipping it away was Anderson. Over the other way. Back behind the net, Seppi settles things down with 8:59 to go. And I guess there's a stoppage of play. Was it an offsides that I missed? They're saying in the zone. I'm not sure what's going on here. No, it must have been an offsides call. Mass confusion. Tied game at 1 with 8:59 to play. Erstrom's out there along with Postman and Brownworth. Face off one to the rear, goes to Altenberg. Altenberg trying to send it over to Carroll, but it goes down a little bit deeper in the near corner. Carroll sends it back behind the net to Altenberg. Boys trust each other and know exactly where they're going to be at as he sends it up to Erstrom. Erstrom up the boards to Brownworth, who couldn't get a handle on it, just out of his reach as he tried to tip it on by. From the high slot, a shot never went as there's not enough mustard on it. Ends up on the stick of Erstrom, who's going to gain the zone. Odd man rush with Postma and Brownworth out there. Erstrom gets taken down, no call on the play. As he's down on the half wall, he's able to play the puck, trying to get it back down to Brownworth. Up high, it goes to Altenberg. Altenberg chases it down along with Carroll. Carroll bats it away, makes sure it gets out to neutral ice where Erstrom picks it up. Erstrom gains the zone with Brownworth and Postma. Erstrom to the net. Gets pushed out wide. trying to get in that slot for Postma or Brownworth, ends up back with them, sends it to the slot again for Postma, gets batted away. Erstrom with another shot and a backhand shot by Brownworth, and the play is blown dead. I'm not completely sure why. But we're going to get an offensive zone draw with some fresh players out on the ice. Maddie, Eli Anderson and Hunter's out there. Jordan Anderson and Dotson back on defense. Tied game at 1, 8:09 to go in the second period. Maddie wins the faceoff forward over to the far corner, sent up the boards by the Saints. Saints transitioning to the offensive, but Hunter's going to chase this one down as he gets a penalty for head contact and a roughing, I believe. Hopefully he gets a rough. As he was trying to swing his stick around, he contacted the player in a bad way, and we're getting a change of goalies right now. Seption Otto leaving the ice right now. Liam Telford takes the stance between the pipes now for the second half of the game as we go on the penalty kill. And Hunter goes and sits in the box for 2 minutes in the second period. 1-1 is the score. Baxter takes the face off, goes to the Saints, shot, save! First save of the game by Telly. Carroll up to Baxter. Baxter's going to send this one out very gingerly, negate any icing. Beautiful play there by Baxter as he clears. Saints have it back behind their own net. Saints send it up the boards and out where Carroll defends and sends it back down. Stealing that one away is Baxter. Baxter attempted to gain the zone, but it wouldn't stay on his stick as the Saints get it possession yet again. And our penalty killers have done a fantastic job so far today. Saints in the zone from the high slot. Shot saved by Telly, and that one would not go as it goes out wide into the near boards and clears the zone. Saints forced to regroup with 7 minutes left in this period. Sticked away by Baxter. Sent wide. Postma putting on some pressure out there as the Saints gain the zone. Altenberg keeps him at bay as he pushes out wide, trying to steal that puck away. That's what he does as he tips it off the player's stick. Altenberg continues to battle. Puck back behind the net. Carroll's going to chase it down the near boards. Saints send it down. Telly steers it aside with 6.5 to go in this period. 35 seconds remain in the penalty kill. Altenberg trying to steal that one away in the low half wall. The Saints send it towards net, and Telly just elects to cover that one up and stop play with 6:28 and 30 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Bringing out our second group of killers. This is McLaughlin, Eli Anderson, Dotson. We'll be back on defense with Jordan Anderson. McLaughlin takes the face off. Saints have it. D-to-D pass. Saints up high. Send it down low. Shot saved by Telly. Over to the near boards. Anderson's trying to send it up high. The Saints defense send it down low where Dotson picks it up, trying to send it up the boards, but not out. Saints send it back down and deep, back behind the puck behind the net it goes. Again, mumbling my words. Jordan Anderson chases down, putting on the pressures. McLaughlin. Saints shot down low, stopped, and a save by Telly goes wide down the corner. Eli Anderson working this one up the boards, but the Saints maintain possession as they send it back down deep, back behind the net. Dotson trying to get there first. Dotson battling, Saints steal it away. And Anderson coming in to make a save, helping out Telly. This puck goes back behind the net. Eli Anderson sends it up and around the boards the opposite way. Brown with fresh legs out on the ice, battling here. Just ties up the player, allows it to go to McLaughlin. McLaughlin gets tripped, and we will get the penalty call on that as he was headed towards the net on what would have been a sure goal. And now we'll have the penalty came to a close, so the Saints went we went full strength, and now the Saints will be sitting in the box to feel shame for 2 minutes as we go on the power play. We're bringing out the strong arms of McLaughlin, Erstrom, and Eli Anderson up front. Altenberg and Carroll back on defense to start off this power play with only 5:26 to go in the second period of a tied game at 1. McLaughlin with the face-off. Goes back to Altenberg. Back down to McLaughlin. McLaughlin brings it up high, looking, sends it down low to Eli Anderson. Anderson trying to cross ice over to McLaughlin, but gets stolen away by the Saints, but only briefly. McLaughlin comes back in to stir things up, trying to get that puck back as the Saints take it back behind their own net. Saints from the opposing boards trying to get chopped down by Altenberg, and icing waved off because Altenberg tried to chop it down out of the air. 5 minutes to go in the period, 1:30 in the power play. Carroll sends it up to McLaughlin. McLaughlin through neutral ice, gains his zone. He's got Erstrom trailing along with Eli Anderson on the left-hand side. McLaughlin in net, looking to center that one up, goes back to Anderson. Anderson trying to maintain possession, gets it back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin wide over to Carroll. Carroll picks it up high, sends it over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin back to Carroll, and it just leaves his stick as it leaves the zone. Slides off his stick as he leaves the zone. Carroll up to McLaughlin as we regroup. McLaughlin sends it over to Eli Anderson as we gain the zone. Oh, and a big hit there up high by Eli Anderson trying to get to the front of the net. Anderson maintains possession down in the near corner. Saints have it as they leave the zone. Carroll picks it up. Carroll sends it to McLaughlin, to Erstrom. Erstrom gains the zone now. He's got Anderson on his right-hand side, tipped away by the Oilers. Fresh legs on the ice is Matty as he chips that one away. Matty getting the feet on it as there's only half a minute to go, and a delayed penalty on the Saints, or was it a high stick? I think was called. So we'll have 28 seconds of 5-on-3 action as we bring Brownworth out there along with Matty and Hunter. Taking some instruction from Coach Dotson and Anderson back on defense to start off our 28 seconds of 5-on-3. And is this a timeout? I think the timeout was called by the Oilers. As Coach looks to set something up here. So here's the play, here's the idea, as we try to take our first lead of the tournament. Going to change things up here as Coach sets up the play. He's going to elect to bring out McLaughlin, Matty, and Eli Anderson, Jordan Anderson, and Altenberg back on defense. Let's see if we can get her done and make this 2-1 as we are currently tied and have 28 seconds of 5-on-3 action. McLaughlin with the face-off. Gets it to Eli Anderson. Eli Anderson trying to steal away, hands it back off to McLaughlin, who hands it up high to Altenberg. Altenberg down low to Jordan Anderson, who tries a one-timer. It goes wide of the net. Matty sends it up off the boards back to Jordan Anderson. Anderson sends it over to Eli. Shot! And it's wide open net right there, and nobody could collect on that one as it gets sent up the boards back to Jordan Anderson, who sends it down to McLaughlin. McLaughlin walks. Center that one up across the blue paint, went to nobody. Altenberg. Saints are now 4 players out there on the ice as we are on a standard power play of 5-on-4 right now. Eli Anderson maintains possession, gets up to Altenberg. Altenberg to Jordan Anderson. Jordan Anderson down low, looking for McLaughlin, who is tied up. McLaughlin center that one up to nobody. Anderson up high. Sends it down to McLaughlin off his skates and trying to send the shot. Altenberg back down low to Eli Anderson. Eli Anderson across ice over to McLaughlin, who tried a one-timer that went wide. Back behind the net, battling is Matty. Matty sends it up the boards to McLaughlin. McLaughlin looking to send that over to Altenberg, but it just went off the toe of his stick as they regroup in center ice. Jordan Anderson has it, sends it back to Altenberg. Altenberg up to McLaughlin. McLaughlin gains his zone. McLaughlin back passes to Altenberg, shot from the point, blocked. Chasing it down is Jordan Anderson. Anderson sends it up to Eli Anderson. Anderson has it. Anderson over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin gains his own with Madden's right slapper, just goes wide of the net, up and around the boards where Maddie picks it up on the half wall, takes a hit and sends it down and low to Eli Anderson. Bounce off the boards to Dotson. Dotson shot. Goalie makes a save and covers it up to stop play with 14 seconds to go in the power play. 2:08 remains in the period where the score is still tied at 1. McLaughlin, Brownworth, and Hunter, or correction, Erstrom, Brownworth, and Hunter out on the ice right now for the remainder of this power play. Erstrom with the faceoff, wins it over to Brownworth. Saints pick it up, send it up the boards where Carroll holds. Carroll sends it down to Erstrom. Erstrom shoots and just wide of the net over the near corner. Hunter will chase this one down, hands it off to Dotson. Dotson cuts back, sends it back down to Hunter. Hunter walks, shoots, block shot. Nobody knows where it is. Hunter picks it up, shoots. Another save by the goalie back behind the net. The Saints have it, send it up the boards to Carroll. Carroll looking to hold, but it just squirted out of the zone as he regroups at center ice, hands it off to Dotson. Dotson up to Hunter. Saints are full strength. Erstrom gains his own, but the defense for the Saints bring it away. Brownworth to pressure, send it up high. Carroll will chase it down. Carroll cuts and curls, sends it up to Brownworth. Brownworth sends it down in the zone. Erstrom chases down. As Brownworth goes off on the change, Baxter fresh legs on the ice. Over the near boards, Dotson will pressure in the lower half wall. Erstrom taking a defensive position. Hunter playing the body, trying to get that puck back. Erstrom's able to steal it. Hard angle shot, saved by the goalie. Trying to steal away was Baxter from the slot. And the Saints break this one out as Carroll goes down to chase it, push it out wide. And a glove save, and a secondary shot goes in as they're unable to control the rebound, making the score 1-2. Saints in the lead with 56 seconds to go in the second period. We just got behind the play there as we have the Saints get behind us and into the zone. Carroll was doing everything he could to get back and push aside. Coach is no worse for the wear as he claps for the boys, saying, let's keep the pressure up. We're playing one heck of a good game. Puck sits right on the blue line as Postma steers it away. Postma's joined out there by Baxter and Maddie. Shot blocked by Jordan Anderson. Puck goes down in the near boards. Saints maintain possession as Postman delivers a hit. Saints walk it in. Shot blocked by Jordan Anderson. Back behind the net it goes. Altenberg. Jordan Anderson has it right now. Sends it wide over to Baxter. Baxter to Postma. Postma will gain the zone. He's got Maddie on his right-hand side. Postma shoots. Block shot goes high into the glass. Maddie trying to get there first. Postma working it down and low on the near boards. Oof to me. That's crazy. Baxter has it, shoots, and the goalie makes a save. Rebound opportunity covered up. As there's 1.6 to play in the second period. Altenberg and Jordan Anderson will be out there on defense. McLaughlin, Hunter, and Postma up front. For 1.6 on this offensive zone draw. Telly stays safely in the net. Hunter will take this face-off with all our left-handed shooters over in the middle. And the Saints win the face-off, sending out the boards, closing out our second period. The score is 1-2 with the Saints in the lead currently. Mofos, they're 14 years old. I'm not sure where that language is coming from over here to my left, but I apologize if you're hearing all that bantering. I'm not sure what gets into some of these parents from opposing teams, but we don't do that in Alaska. Okay, maybe the Blue Devils or North Stars. You do good up there if you're on the North Stars or Blue Devils. You can banter, I guess. But not on our Oilers team. Doing a great job of matching our opponents in the second game of the tournament. Having an absolute blast out here in California. The boys have been having a really good time. As have I. If my sweetie is listening, it's terrible, miserable, bad weather. Beaches are closed. We've been stuck at the hotel, locked in our room all day long. I think they're calling for snow. We got an early morning on Sunday, I know that. I'm going to have to wake up before 10 a.m. I don't know if that's possible. It's tough down here. Got responsibilities. Erstrom's going to be out there along with Eli Anderson and Postma on the right-hand side. Postma has been very strong. Amazing play there in the last couple minutes of that period. Back on defense is Dotson and Jordan Anderson as the Oilers won this, but only briefly, stolen away by the Saints as they throw it down in deep to chase down. Wrapped up and around the boards, Postma's getting there, and the Saints get there first and send it back down in a little bit deeper. Jordan Anderson will chase it down back behind the net, sends it wide over to looking for Eli Anderson, but the Saints get intercept, and then Jordan Anderson picks it back up, sends it to the opposing boards. Postma gets there along with Dotson trying to bounce it off the boards and deflect this one out. And we got a stoppage of play for a penalty for an interference call on, I'm not 100% sure yet, but it looks like it's the Saints going to the box, bringing us to the power play for a couple of minutes here as we bring out our first power play unit, which will be Eli Anderson, Erstrom, and McLaughlin up front. In back, we'll have Jordan Anderson alongside of Altenberg. 14 and a half minutes to go in this game where we're trailing by 1. Saints had it briefly. Now Erstrom gets a shot and a save by the goalie over to the near corner where Eli Anderson's trying to battle this one down. Erstrom gives a hit, so McLaughlin's able to pick it up. McLaughlin looks to Erstrom trying to get that shot off, but it was blocked as the Saints got a stick in the way. Saints sent it up the boards where Anderson settled it down, and now Eli Anderson taps it away. Altenberg back on defense. Shot and a save high, which will stop play as it went into the netting. Puck goes out of play, so the refs are looking for a new puck as we take a defensive zone face-off on our power play. Maddie has come out on the ice along with Hunter to join McLaughlin. As we win this face-off, it goes to the stick of Maddie. Maddie will gain the zone with Hunter on his right, McLaughlin trailing. Maddie looks to center this one up, trying to get to McLaughlin, and stopped and stuffed by the goalie there with 13:51 to go in the game, 1:20 left in the power play. Jordan Anderson and Altenberg back on defense, joining the boys up front as McLaughlin will take this face-off. McLaughlin wins the face-off forward. Saints send it up the boards, but not very far. They have it on their stick now as they send it out. Altenberg picks it up, trying to send it back to Hunter. Puck sits on the blue line where the Saints pick it up. Saints cut and curl through center ice. McLaughlin delivering a hit, allowing Jordan Anderson time to get on that puck. Sends it back behind the net over to Altenberg. Altenberg up to Maddie. Maddie gets out of the zone, but the Saints have it yet again. Throw it down and deep on net where Telly's forced to make the save. Hands it off to Altenberg. Altenberg has it with a whole lot of speed and aggression. He races through center ice, gains the zone on the offensive. Altenberg looks, shoots on a hard angle, save. Right up to the slot. Looking for the rebound opportunity here as Jordan Anderson walks it in, shoots, and a save by the Saints goalie. Stopping the clock at 13:06 with 36 seconds to go in the power play.
Wish I could mute myself. I love your commentary.
You can. It's Joey Hockey on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Erstrom will take this face off with Brown on the left-hand side, Hunter on the right. We've got Carroll up high along with Dotson. Carroll over to Hunter. Hunter trying to walk this one in, but off the skate blade of the Saints. Up high, Dotson holds. Dotson down low, back to Hunter. Hunter on a hard angle, shoots, saved by the goalie. Saints run this one up and get it out. It will go for icing as it flutters on down, and it's waved off as it just fluttered to the goal line. Hunter with this one, sends it over to Ersham. Brownworth is going to be forced to play this one, pick it up at center ice as he sends it down in deep. Ersham's going to chase this one down. Puck back behind the net. Saints pick it up first. Brownworth there on the half wall, sends it up high, looking for Carroll, but he was out at center ice. Carroll has it now. Carroll tries to send it over to Dotson as the Saints are now full strength. Up right in the slot. Saints maintain possession. Shoot. And it's Telly coming out in a very aggressive posture, makes a save as it goes off the stick of McLaughlin, who tips it out, looking for Ersham to pick it up. And it goes wide over to Brownworth as he delivers a check, working it over, trying to hand it up off to Ersham. It gets on the stick of McLaughlin, but only briefly as the Saints send it back down in deep. Carroll's going to chase this one down. Back behind the net, he goes. He stops. He's looking to set it up. Sends it up to Brownworth. Brownworth trying to work things over, buying some time, sends it up the boards looking for Ersham, but it took a funny bounce off the referee, I believe, up in the high slot. Ersham bats this one away from the Saints as they send it down. Brownworth intercepts. Brownworth up to Ersham, but he has to tip it away from the Saints players as it's headed right towards him. Down and deep in the near corner, Ersham delivers a check. Allows McLaughlin time to get on the puck. McLaughlin has it from back behind the net. He's looking to send this one up. Baxter's right there in the slot. Unable to get the shot off with 11:27 to go in this third period. 1-2. Oh, and a centering pass to Baxter just got past him, but Jordan Anderson on an aggressive move comes down in deep, sends it up high to Baxter, who took a defensive position. Baxter using a toe drag, getting past two of the players, trying to get the shot off, but blocked. Jordan Anderson has it again, shot up high over the net, over the near boards, where Altenberg has it now. Altenberg trying to work it over as he does that down the half wall, gets it down to Ersham. Ersham back behind the net. Ersham to Baxter, and he couldn't get the shot off as it was just a little too in front of him. Altenberg holds, sends it back down to McLaughlin. McLaughlin gets it between the legs. McLaughlin looking to the center that one up. Went past the stick of Ersham and Baxter over to the far boards. Saints have it now. Saints will exit the zone. Altenberg by himself back on defense as Ersham is chasing down the back check. Shot, stand-up save, blocker side. Telly gets it over to Ersham. Ersham leaves the zone with a whole lot of speed. He's got McLaughlin trailing. Ersham back behind the net. Sends it back down low. McLaughlin will pick it up first. McLaughlin sends it back to himself as he cuts and curls back behind the net. He goes. McLaughlin trying to set it up in front of the net, trying to get the rebound as he gets cross-checked from behind, and the goalie makes a save. Matty will take this face off. He's got Eli Anderson in his left, Postma on the right. Altenberg and Carroll are back on defense. 10:20 to go in this third period where the score is 1-2. Matty wins the face off to the rear, hands it off to Postma. Postma turns, maintains possession, gets tripped. No call on the play. Saints have it. They send it down in deep. Icing waved off. Not sure why, as they were on the wrong side of the red line. Puck back behind the net where Carroll picks it up, sends it up to Eli Anderson. Anderson works him over, gets it out of the zone where Postman is going to put on the pressure, trying to get that puck back, but the Saints maintain possession. Saints send it down in deep. Into the near corner it goes, back behind the net. Carroll picks it up first, sends it over to Altenberg. Altenberg up to Eli Anderson. Saints seal it away. Saints from the lower slot get harassed by Carroll, making an amazing defensive play there to stop that shot from going. And then getting past everybody is Matty. He's got Postman on his right-hand side. Matty to the net. Matty looks, shoots, and it does not go as the goalie makes an amazing save there, and he gets a stick ripped out of his hands up to the front of the net where he can't do anything. He's getting his stick back. And will there be a call in the play as Altenberg was face down on the ice and the net was off, I believe is the reason for the stoppage of play at 9:28. That is a great day, September 28th, 1983, a day that will live in infamy. Oh no, that was December 7th, 1941. But it was an infamous day for me. Write that down. No, don't. Matty remains out there with Postman on the right, Anderson on the left. Anderson also in back. That's two different Andersons as that puck gets sent wide right to the net. Dotson's also back there on defense as he sends it back down in deep. Postman to chase down. Sent back up high where Dotson hands it down to himself, but then Saints are able to send it out. Rolling puck will be collected up by Jordan Anderson, who sends it up to Eli Anderson. Anderson working it through the neutral zone where the Saints grab it and send it right back on out. Sticking it away was Jordan Anderson, who gets it up to Eli Anderson. Eli Anderson takes a hit from the rear, hands it off to Jordan Anderson, trying to buy a little bit more time, who sends it out wide to Matty. Matty gains the zone. Matty hands it off to Eli Anderson. Eli Anderson turns, he looks, shoots, and saved by the goalie. And he hangs on to it. No rebound opportunities where the clock stops at 8:50 to go in the game. Score is 1-2. And the Oilers have been playing tremendously well in this afternoon/evening's game. We're now bringing out some fresh forwards with McLaughlin at center, Hunter on the right, Brownworth on the left-hand side. Jordan Anderson's in back with Dotson. McLaughlin with the face-off forward. McLaughlin's going to chase his face-off down along with Brownworth up high in the corner. Working it over. The Saints come up with it. Up through neutral ice. Saints from up high try to shoot, but a blocked shot. I believe Dotson was assisting on that one along with Jordan Anderson. Saints try to send it down, but not enough mustard on it as Brownworth was pressuring. Jordan Anderson sends it out of the zone. Hunter's trying to get it back. With help from McLaughlin, they do. McLaughlin to the net. McLaughlin getting her ass from behind the net. Trying to send it up to somebody as he gets taken out in the far corner. McLaughlin trying to get to someone here. Everyone's trying to get it towards the net. Nobody can as the Saints steal it away. From behind the net, Brownworth steals it to Hunter. Hunter unable to get the shot off. The Saints grab it and exit the zone. Saints gain the offensive. Dotson pushing out wide. Saints send it up to their defenseman. McLaughlin was challenging there as the Saints sent it back down low. Shot saved by Telly over in the far corner. Saints bat it backwards to themselves. Maintaining the slot was Brownworth along with Jordan Anderson as Anderson steals it away from the Saints on a very aggressive play, sends it over to Brownworth. Brownworth was able to tip it out but not get a handle on it as he goes off on the change. Saints send it down in deep where Dotson chases it down behind the net. We only have 7.5 minutes to go in this game as we're still trailing by 1. Sent out in center ice, forcing the Saints to regroup as we get fresh legs on the ice. Baxter and McLaughlin are out there alongside of Hunter. Altenberg back behind the net over to Carroll. Carroll right back to Hunter. Or Carroll to Altenberg. Trying to get my words right here. McLaughlin pushed out wide. Hunter comes in, hands it off to McLaughlin. McLaughlin toe drags across. McLaughlin looks to shoot. Shot! And he scores! Second goal of the game by number 7. McLaughlin ties it up at 2. Making this a very interesting game. Stopping the clock right at 7 minutes. I believe that's a backhand shot that went top shelf by number 7, Bryson McLaughlin. And we have found a great match today with these Saints. This is a much more entertaining game this morning where I feel like the team may have been, dare I say, sandbagged. Erstrom's out there with Postman on his right, Eli Anderson on the left, Altenberg's in back on defense alongside of Carroll. Saints get this face off. As they're looking to gain the lead, they gain the offensive zone, but pushed out hard by Erstrom there as he steals the puck away. But then the Saints steal it right on back from behind the net, up in the slot, but unable to get a shot off from the high slot, steered aside by Telly over the near corner. Altenberg's trying to get back along with Erstrom as the Saints maintain possession. Back behind the net they go, looking to set something up here, being harassed by Erstrom the whole way, stopped by Altenberg and stolen by Eli Anderson. Anderson exits the zone with the puck on his stick. Trying to gain the offensive here with help from Erstrom, battling along the side of the boards. Erstrom is down from his knees trying to play the puck, but the Saints come up with it. Saints unable to send it in as he's being harassed by Postma, and the Saints steal it from their own player there and try to shoot it towards net, but a blocked shot from, I believe, Carroll allows it to go to the stick of Erstrom, who uses a toe drag, and a nice pass, long lead pass up to Postma. Postma using a power move, trying to get towards the net. As Altenberg was trailing, the Saints have it now, and they steal it away with 5:47 to go in this game. Matty back on defense, forced to play it down, gets it to Carroll. Carroll sends it up to Eli Anderson. Anderson has it on his twig now as he gains his own. Eli Anderson to the net. From behind the net, he's looking to set something up. Time and space is what he's trying to build right now, and he has all the time, but not a whole lot of space. He sends it up high to Jordan Anderson, who cuts and curls but loses it and goes off in the neutral zone, sends it back down in on an offsides, unfortunately, as Anderson and Postman were trying to get back across the blue line. Stopping the play, bringing out some fresh legs on the ice, which will be Brownworth, Hunter, and Matty at center. Back on defense is Dotson and Anderson as we take a center ice face-off with 5:18 to play in the game. It's tied at 2. Face-off won by Matty, trying to get over to Brownworth. Brownworth trying to tap it past. Brownworth gains his zone. He's got Hunter trailing with him. Brownworth has to chase it down in the corner where he gets there first, trying to set it up for Hunter, but he gets his own rebound back as he's battling. He kicks it down to Hunter where it goes back behind the net. Maddie's going to chase this one down the near corner. Maddie has it. Maddie trying to center it up. Gets it back, but only briefly as the Saints maintain possession up through neutral ice. Dotson's chasing down along with Hunter, putting on the pressure. Dotson's trying to get that puck back. Saints maintain possession. Brownworth gets a stick on there. Telly makes the save off that shot, and the rebound goes to Maddie, who sends it out to neutral ice. Hunter's going to chase this one down and put on the pressure. Saints maintain possession. Brownworth gets in there, steals it away. Brownworth gains the zone. He's got Hunter on his right-hand side. Brownworth to Hunter, and the shot goes towards the net, but goalie elects to cover it up, stopping play with 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Still tied at 2. And bringing out fresh legs on the ice is McLaughlin, who's got the 2 in the game so far, alongside a Postma, who's had an amazing aggressive game, and Baxter out there, who has always done a fantastic job with those pokes and stealing the puck away. Our defense, our amazing defense is Dotson and Anderson back there right now in this third period where we're tied at 2. McLaughlin is face off to Baxter. Baxter loses it, but gets it to McLaughlin. McLaughlin centers it up for Postman. Postman trying to stuff it in there. Loose puck goes over to the wide side where Dotson's going to hold from the half wall. Sends it towards the net. Just getting a toe on it there was the Saints goalie as he sends it wide. Baxter trying to center that one up. Gets taken down, and there's no call on the play as he was tripped up. Saints have it now as they try to send this one out, and that's exactly what they do. But now with a little bit of pressure from McLaughlin, gets it back to Baxter. Baxter trying to gain the zone. Ends up on the stick of Dotson. Dotson sends it down and deep. Back behind the net, the puck goes. Saints get there first with 4 minutes remaining in the game. Send it up high. Saints will leave the zone, but Jordan Anderson pushes out wide to steal that puck back. Down in the near corner it goes. Jordan Anderson gets there first, trying to set it up for McLaughlin as the Saints battle on the boards, and they get it first. But then it goes to the stick of Baxter, who hands it off to Jordan Anderson. Anderson hands it off to McLaughlin. McLaughlin will get in the zone. Postman is trailing. McLaughlin trying to for the Hattie, shoots, and it goes back behind the net. McLaughlin maintains possession, trying to get it front for Postman, but he got a stick lift. Dotson from a high slot shoots, blocked by the Saints. Saints exit zone, 3.5 to go in the game. Dotson pushing out wide as he chases this one down with a whole lot of speed, using the body to get that puck back on the half wall there. Gets up to Postma. Postma sends it over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin leaves the zone with it, gets past all the Saints players. It's one-on-one right now as he's being harassed from behind. McLaughlin in the net. He's looking to center it up. Eli Anderson tries to tap it up high, but it goes to the Saints players. It goes out into neutral ice where Altenberg recollects things and sends it up to Eli Anderson. Anderson gains his zone with Baxter on his right-hand side. He's run up the slot right now, but the Saints seal it away with 3 minutes exactly remaining in this game. Saints send it up high as they break out. Erstrom back checking. Altenberg pushes out wide, trying to steal that puck away. Saints hold, or so they thought, and offsides is the call. We're going to stoppage of play at 2:49. What a great airlift squadron that is for the Alaska Guard. The Terns, the Arctic Terns. Little shout out to my Guard homies. It's now the 144th, but back in the day it was the 249th. Erstrom takes the face off. He's got Hunter out there, as well as Eli Anderson battling back on defense is Carroll. Saints have the puck, send it towards the net, steered aside by Telly. Back behind the net it goes. Carroll's going to pick it up. Erstrom's going to get it from the corner, but then the Saints bat it away. Carroll gets it yet again, sends it up the boards looking for Hunter, but the Saints bat it away again. Trying to get a handle on that is all the Oilers, but the Saints maintain possession. Send it down low into the corner. Erstrom gets it up to Hunter. Hunter from the half wall sends it out of the zone where Eli Anderson was trying to chase it down, but the Saints stole it away. Pushing out wide is Carroll into the slot and batted away by Erstrom over to the far boards. Erstrom has it down low, sends it wide to Carroll. We got 2 minutes remaining in this game. Carroll up to Eli Anderson. Anderson gains the zone. He's got Hunter. He sent it over to him, but the Saints steered it away, and then a shot got stopped before it could get to the net. Saints have it now as they're going the opposite direction with a lot of speed. Carroll's pushing out wide. Saints have it shot. Blocker saved by Telly. Over to the far half wall. Saints are trying to pick that one up again, but delivering a check was Jordan Anderson, allowing Erstrom to get on that one as he cuts back behind his own net. Erstrom has it. Looking to go wide with it, and that's what he does. He finds Eli Anderson at center ice, who chops this one down. It will not go for icing as they go off on a change. Fresh legs on the ice with 1, 2, 3 left in this game. Saints have it on their stick as they go on the breakout. Jordan Anderson will chase this one down, but it's going to go for icing. Stop the clock at 1:16 in the game where it's tied at 2. And Telly sends it down for the offensive zone draw where we've brought out Maddie and Baxter and Brownworth with Jordan Anderson and Dotson on defense, looking for the playmaker, haymaker right now to get the lead in this game. Maddie will take the face off. He wins it, Back to the rear. Brown's trying to pick it up, but the Saints get there first. Saints are going the opposite direction. Jordan Anderson pushing out wide. Anderson continues to defend. Hands it off. Goes towards the slot where Dotson gets it. Back behind the net he goes. Dotson sends it up to Baxter. Just goes off the wall out to center ice where Matty picks it up first. Matty loses it in his feet, and the Saints get there, and the Saints send it out, but Dotson grabs it. Dotson trying to get it forward, but the Saints have it now. Brown with pushing out wide. He goes down in a slump as he tried to get that puck, but it allowed Jordan Anderson to stick it away, who gets it to Baxter. Baxter will gain the zone with Matty on his left-hand side. Baxter looks, shoots, and rebound opportunity goes right into the slot, but nobody can get a handle on it as McLaughlin's out there, fresh legs on the ice with only 35 seconds remaining. Puck goes up high to Carroll. Carroll looks, shoots down low to Baxter. Baxter getting harassed by one of the Saints players. And the Saints break out, and they could be a potential breakaway as that puck jumped over the stick of Altenberg, but he gets right back to it. Hard angle shot, gloved down by Telly. Back behind the net, Altenberg has it, sends it up to Baxter. Baxter trying to chip that one out, but it goes to the Saints players. He's forced to play the body on it. Tipping that one away was Altenberg, getting into Baxter, hands it off to McLaughlin. McLaughlin with 8 seconds left, gains the zone with Altenberg on his right-hand side. McLaughlin to the net, looks, shoots, and it just goes wide of the net, wraps up and around the boards, over to Carroll, and then a last shot saved by Telly to end the game and a tie at 2. Will we go to overtime? I think we do. Goodness gracious, what an exciting game we have against these Saints here in Los Angeles. It's been a fun one to call, and we do go to overtime. I believe it's a 5-minute overtime. I think it's 5-on-5. And I very badly need to find me a place where I can water the flowers, maybe talk to a man about a horse. You know what I mean. But I'm here for you, and I will not leave this camera. I should have worn a diaper. My poor wife, if she's watching, she's embarrassed by me. I don't actually embarrass at all. You can't embarrass me. I just don't care. I don't take myself that seriously. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but I don't. Serious enough when I have to be, but you know what? When it comes to Joey hockey, it's all about these kids down here, and these Alaska Oilers in black and green have played an amazing game. And this will, in fact, be a 3-on-3 overtime for 5 minutes as we are tied at 2. And we're going to start off with some heavy hitters here. McLaughlin and Matty will be up front. And it looks like we got Jordan Anderson back on defense as there's a swappage of sides as well. So the goalies here will swap sides. No tapping of blockers or gloves. There is no love right now as we are battling for a victory right now here in Los Angeles, the City of Angels in the Tinseltown tournament. McLaughlin with the faceoff. Forward. Taps it away. Saints have it. Using his feet was Matty, stealing it. Matty has the puck. Matty over to Jordan Anderson. Anderson will exit the zone with it. He's got McLaughlin trailing. Anderson gains the zone. He's got Matty on his right-hand side. Anderson shoots. Stand-up save over to the near boards. Chasing it down as McLaughlin taps that one away, allows Matty to get on it. Matty has it. Matty to the net, shoots. Another save, rebound opportunity, and then a secondary save by the goalie, keeping it 2-2 right now in our overtime. 4:32 remains in the OT. Altenberg and Carroll are coming out on the ice as we take a offensive zone draw. We have 2 defensemen who are very strong forward players as well. Ersham will take the face-off as one of our strong centermen on these Alaska Oilers. Number 17, Owen Ersham with the face-off. Gets it over to Altenberg. Gets it right back to his feet. Ersham shoots, save, and he scores! Owen Ersham with the big victory in the OT. Telly racing over as there's a big goalie hug here by Telly and Otto. Altenberg, Jordan Anderson, Ersham all come over with the rest of the team to join the Tendies in their big victory. What a game against these Saints, and it was not for a lack of effort, as they were a tough contender and an absolute blast to play against. I loved this game, of course, because of the victory, but also those boys down there in white and black and red were an amazing contender to play with. You know me, I love hockey. I love the youth hockey, and I'm going to call it as it is. And it was just a blast. I really like this team. And it was fun to play against them. It made our boys play very strongly. And they did a fantastic job. And my goodness me, I am so blessed to have been able to call this game for you all today because it was a fun one. It was exciting. I had some extracurricular commentary over my left-hand side, which they left. Maybe they can watch it on Joey Hockey YouTube channel and listen to themselves being silly. Calling our kids names, that was crazy. I've never heard that before. I've heard some silliness, but never calling them names. Anyways, it's fine. Just one person. Don't think differently of the Saints just because of one person. They were a fun team to play against. Wow, what a victory today by our Alaska Oilers here in Los Angeles. So proud of these boys. Absolutely amazing. I know coaches are going to be super proud of them as well. It took 33 seconds into overtime for that 3-2 victory today. Tomorrow we have a game. Oh, goodness me. I've got to think of a time again. I think it's at 3 p.m. local here. Early-ish afternoon for sure. We won't be back here. We're going to be at a new rink tomorrow. Another, I believe, Los Angeles Kings ice rink, where I very much look forward to talking to y'all. It has been an absolutely amazing Friday the 13th. Maybe you should all just tuck yourselves into bed. Drink a little bit of water, get some good rest. Nothing weird today on Friday the 13th. It's been a weird day for us, but what a victory by our boys. Congrats to you boys on the Oilers. I absolutely loved watching today. We'll get the stats later from The Godfather. I'll post them on here in the description. Until then, I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Have a very blessed Friday evening. We'll see you next time.